It's time for another Algebra 2 Regents quick question walkthrough, and this one is on inverse functions. Given f of x equals negative 3 half x plus 12, which statement is true of the inverse function f inverse of x? I think in order to answer these questions, I'm going to need to figure out what my actual inverse function is. So I'm going to start with my original function, y equals negative 3 half x plus 12. I'm going to swap out the x's and the y's with each other, switch places. I'm going to subtract the 12 over here. So I get x minus 12 equals negative 3 halves y. To get rid of that negative 3 halves, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. I'm going to do the same to the other side, multiply it by negative 2/3. So I now get negative 2/3 x plus 2/3 times 12. I've gotten the plus by multiplying the negative times the negative, equals y. I'm going to simplify my left side a little bit. I get negative 2/3 x plus 2 times 12 is 24, divided by 3 is going to give me 8, equals y. So my inverse function is y equals negative 2/3 x plus 8. I'm trying to find the statement that is true of the inverse function. Number 1 says f inverse of x is a line with the slope 3 halves. My inverse function has a slope of negative 2/3, so that one is ruled out. The next one is also ruled out because it is a positive 2/3 minus negative 2/3. The third statement says that it passes through the point 0, comma, negative 8, so I can just use my inverse function that I already figured out and put those points in to see if that's true. So I get negative 8 equals negative 2/3 times 0 plus 8. That becomes 0, and I get negative 8 equals positive 8, which is not a true statement, so I'm going to rule that one out. I'm assuming it's my last one, but I'm going to double check to make sure. It's saying that my f inverse passes through the point 3, comma 6. Again, I'm going to put that into my inverse function. I get 6 equals negative 2/3 times 3 plus 8. This becomes 6 equals negative 2 plus 8. 6 equals 6. That does check out. Number 4 is my true statement. And I'm done.